Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to my 90-day carnivore challenge. It has been a while since I made an update video on this eating plan, and I just wanted to check in and let people know and record for my own future reference where I am at on day 42 of the carnivore diet. So, having been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes way back in 2016, so 8 years ago, I rapidly got my blood sugar under control and lost a bunch of weight and got my A1C way down to where the doctors were like, don't take the medication anymore, even though I never took it. They were flabbergasted by that remark when I remember sitting in the office and he just eyes blew up like, what? How did you do that? It's like, quit doing all the things that give you diabetes and you won't have diabetes. So anyway, on that note, having checked my blood sugar pretty consistently over the last 42 days, it has been barely ever over 100, like even after eating, because you eat an 8-ounce ribeye, 12-ounce ribeye, it's just not, there's just no sugar. There's nothing there to spike your blood sugar. So that I have noticed is the biggest benefit to my health overall, because I'm trying not to focus just specifically on weight loss, although obviously that is a key motivator to stay on the carnivore diet. Another thing I want to mention about it, though, is the ease at which you can transition into this diet. And I say that because of all the dieting I've done in the past, and the fasting and the rapid weight loss I've had, and extreme working out and sweatsuit and bikes and running, and it's all good, but if you don't maintain it, it just comes back. And that maintain it point is what I'm making with this carnivore diet, Mike. It's less effort to stay on it. Like you don't have insulin spikes, you don't have blood sugar drops, and so you don't have these hunger cravings. You don't have sugar cravings if you don't eat sugar. You don't have a blood sugar crash in the afternoon from your shitty breakfast when you don't eat a shitty breakfast. And that brings up a point too. I see people, they're just always tired and never have any energy, and they're using these supplements or drinks or pop or whatever it is to give themselves energy, and they just don't realize like it's just not working. You have to drink 10 pops a day, and you're hammering candy bars down to try to, I need energy to keep going. And it's like, your body has energy, especially if you have stored fat like I do. And on that note, so I'm 42 days in, like I said, and I just broke 250 pounds the other day, like maybe 3 days ago. So within 40 days, I had lost 16 pounds. And that's another thing I've noticed about this weight loss pattern. It's, you lose quite a bit, in the first like 2 weeks, like say 10 pounds. And then, you just kind of go up and down, up and down. You're not going to be just slowly down, 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 down. But if you zoom out a little bit, where you can't see those little up and downs, the graph is going to be just going down. So every day I wake up, I weigh myself more like just once a day now. Sometimes I weigh myself before bed because I'll get excited if I had a really good workout day and I know I didn't eat a lot. And of course, you're just weighing the water you drank as well. But like I hit the 249.1 the other day, and I kind of knew I was going to, because that was my weight first thing in the morning, because the night before I weighed myself and I was like 250 point something or 251, where I knew you're going to lose a pound, just sleeping, and you lose about a quarter pound of moisture an hour if you don't drink or eat anything. So using those little techniques just to motivate myself. But in the long haul, I'm really just trying to stay disciplined. I'm actually like consciously aware of just taking that step every day without, it even hit me today. Like, man, would I like to just have a cheat meal or a cheat day? I went down to the bakery this morning. I got up and I had my tea and we had some scrambled eggs. No, before that even, I went for a little walk and I stopped at the bakery and bought her this huge like cinnamon roll, fresh out of the oven in the bakery. it looked awesome. And we got home and I made some scrambled eggs for breakfast, and I made 6 scrambled eggs, and we share it, but she eats way less than I do. So she probably ate 1 or 2 of them and I ate the rest. But that's still a great carnivore breakfast, fried in butter with some seasoning, some salt, pepper. I even put some Montreal seasoning in there. Some, what did I put in there? Some paprika. I just seasoned it up. It was awesome. Tasted great. And I'm full. And that is the thing I'm talking about on the carnivore diet. Like, you stay full longer, but then as the weeks have went by, because at first I didn't limit how much I ate. I was eating all the eggs I wanted, a huge steak, bacon, eggs, just eating a large volume of food. But now 42 days in, I'm realizing, like, if I eat a 12-ounce steak, I'm so full that I don't actually feel good for an hour or two, like, because it's so slow digesting that I'm becoming hyper aware of when I'm getting full. And even it's been an hour and a half, or no, probably 2 hours since I ate 4 or 5 scrambled eggs. And I'm still so full that I almost wish I would have ate less, or my wife would have ate more of them as we shared them. But she knew she had the big cinnamon roll sitting next to her, so she only ate 1 or 2 of the scrambled eggs. I ate the rest. We just share off the same plate. And that's another fabulous thing of life, and being married again and having a partner in your life that's on your team. And it goes a long way towards your personal success. So I just want to thank the community. Got tons of new subscribers coming in, watching my shorts and subscribing. So thank you guys for that. I hope you can really need to get my viewership up, and I need to be more consistent and disciplined with my going live and video making. And I really need to educate myself. I mean, obviously, I know this is not the best background for a video, but it's just so easy to go live, where if I change the background, I don't even know how to do it, especially on this 15-year-old laptop, Walmart laptop that I'm on making my YouTube videos. I think there's higher video quality on my phone for sure, but then you're editing it and taking time, and I'm just enjoying life, and I'm just doing my thing. So recently signed back up at the gym. I'm back at Planet Fitness Black membership, so I can bring my wife in there. I can go to the tanning booth. I can get an aqua massage or a chair massage, and it's just cheap and it's relaxing. They got locker room and showers. Doing the I think this is the reason I hit that 249 the other day too. I was 250.1 or 2 this morning, so I'm right there. It's just that increased working out, doing their little 30-minute what do they call it? It's 30 minutes something workout in their little back room, where there's 10 machines and 10 stair stepper locations, and it's a total of 20 locations that you do 1 minute each and 30-minute rest each. So it takes 30 minutes. And so I'll go in there and do a little warm up on the treadmill. I'll go hit that 30-minute workout, and then maybe do 5 or 10 minutes on the Stairmaster, which I'm loving the Stairmaster lately. I think with my weight loss, like I said, I'm down 15, 16 pounds. My knees are feeling better, and my heart rate is coming down. When you're so heavy, you can barely jog without having your heart rate just skyrocket. And now I can go 10 minutes on the Stairmaster at a, level 5, I think I was on, and it goes way up to like level 20. So it's still pretty slow at level 5, but my heart rate stayed in the zone where I like it, which for me is like 135 beats a minute, where it's kind of that all day, hit that all day pace. And, talking about the all day pace and staying motivated on the carnivore diet, I think one of the best, highest motivators right now, besides my wife being so inspirational and motivational for me, when she sees me eating, she'll be, honey, that's enough. You can stop now, or if she sees me looking in the fridge or something, she'll say, you already ate, drink some water. I'll make some tea. But she's not on carnivore. One of the biggest motivators this time, as far as this YouTube channel is gone, I haven't really jumped on board with somebody, and said, hey, let's do, like last year when I lost all the weight, I got down to 136 pounds. By last April 1st, I did 4 days of fasting and 4 days of OMAD, or 4 days of Atkins, or 4 days of paleo, and then 4 days of fasting, off and on for January, February, March, and then April 1st. And I got all the way down to 236 pounds, but I didn't continue it. And it was great. It worked. It was effective. And I wish I would have known more about carnivore then, because that would have been the perfect time to go on carnivore. So my point is that this time I have a friend doing it with me who is also, in in, I won't say dire need, but in need of a weight loss plan in his life, and a cleansing type diet to get all these toxins and oxalates from well, I won't even bash on fruits and vegetables because I think some people can handle them better than others, but like processed food, like nobody's meant to effectively handle processed food, like junk food. um so having a partner in crime, and it's kind of that, that accountability partner more than anything. It's like, hey, his name's Ryan, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, it's like, well, I don't want Ryan to fail, and I sure as hell don't want him to fail because he hears about that I failed, or stumble because I stumbled, and so you kind of end up like the Bible says, iron sharpeneth iron. So does the countenance of a man sharpen the countenance of his companion. So it's like you sharpen each other with your commitment to and that's why I named the video, I think I named it like Carnivore eating plan or something like that, because I don't even want to use the word diet anymore, because I don't want to train my subconscious to remember what it's like to be on a diet. Because in the past, when I'm on a diet, that means it ends, and that means it's temporary, and that means you're going to be able to binge someday eventually. In the back of my mind, it's there, that desire for snacks or treats, but it's very, very faint compared to past dieting, especially like fasting. I can go 10 days without eating. If you challenge me to go the next 10 days without eating, I'm more than likely, especially if somebody challenges me to do it, I am highly likely to be able to achieve that. Especially being on carnivore, your body's so fat adapted that going straight into a fast, your body's going to be burning fat for fuel, and it's already adapted to it. That's why if you watch fasting videos, doctors and nutritionists and whoever, especially people that have done it before, who cares if they're a doctor or a nutritionist? That means absolutely nothing to me. There's good doctors on YouTube though, especially the carnivore and like maintaining your blood sugar type control doctors that are going away from the norm of what they were taught in college. My point is though that people that have done it, like I can't think of her name right now. It's like Beef and Butter Girl or something like that, and I don't know what education or experience she has in the medical field or science and nutrition or anything like that. But what she has is experience of actually doing it, being a vegetarian for 10 or 20 years and being extremely unhealthy and having massive skin conditions that she could never get rid of, and needing to take supplements to supplement your diet when you're not getting everything you need on a vegetarian diet. And then she switches to just pure carnivore, and she's in great shape, and skin is pure and clean. And I want to say she's Asian. I almost want to look her up. She might be a great channel for some people to check out that are first learning about the carnivore diet. There's tons. I think Dr. Baker, something Baker. I think he might be almost the originator of the term carnivore diet. Michaela Peterson, they call it the lion diet because they eat just basically beef and water. Her father, Jordan Peterson, famous Canadian clinical psychologist, well, now famous author, and tours from goes on tours and speaking engagements, and they don't even talk much about their diet. They're talking more about social and psychological issues, but they do the lion diet. Michaela Peterson, I've heard her even express not even needing to eat every day, and a past history of severe food allergies and rheumatoid arthritis at a young age, like a child, like a 2-year-old, already had like arthritis in her joints, and what would now be called the carnivore diet basically cured her and healed her lifelong issues. And when she finally, I think she's in her 30s now, but I think it took her till her late 20s or after college to get it all figured out, to what foods to eliminate. And so I just wanted to make a quick video here, guys, and check in and be like, hey, the weight's coming off. It's slow, but it's steady enough to keep me motivated. The diet itself it's a little boring, but we mix it up. My wife has made me these where you just mix up the ground beef, the egg, and the cheese, and then patty it up and fry it in butter, and it's awesome. I just eat it straight, seasoned up. She seasons it up good, And I've also like occasionally added some sour cream to it or something, or some hot sauce or salsa, not salsa, but hot, just plain hot sauce. Um, Tastes great. The diet itself it's diverse enough, because I eat mostly like ribeye steaks, and I got a pack of filet mignons in the fridge right now that I've been wrapping in bacon. It was 4 good sized filet mignons, and yeah, they're a little spendy, but when you do the math, I was out for my little walk this morning, and I was coming back, and I realized how much food is piling up in my freezer, all this frozen meat, because I'm just used to buying food on a regular basis, but you actually eat so much less on this diet that I was just looking like, my God, I don't need to go to the grocery store for weeks if I don't want to. I've got chicken, like several packs of chicken, several just, ground beef, ground turkey. Um, we got some bacon in there. We got this. I had some like Italian sausage. I made sure it had 0 carbs, and that's in there. There's fish and shrimp and just all kinds of, carnivore approved foods. And so it's really not that expensive. I mean, especially just go get a number one at your favorite fast food place here, and it's not any less than a 12-ounce ribeye steak. And come on, this is going from poisonous, toxic food to the superior human diet. I challenge you to prove me wrong that you can eat just ribeye steak and not be healthy. I want to see the video of that person, or the documentary of that, or the proof that you're going to be vitamin or mineral deficient on the carnivore diet. It's like you're not. Very few people have any negative side effects of being on the carnivore diet, from what I've researched so far. Yes, about a third of people that go on the carnivore diet they might have some elevated cholesterol short term, or blood pressure short term. But definitely, like, I've read some things about that from the American Diabetes Association about limiting your intake of beef and steak because you could get diabetes. Is the most ridiculous lie I have ever heard, in my opinion. Like, my blood sugar just doesn't go up at all. I think I left my tester at work. I'm wishing I had it sitting here right now, because I guarantee you it is low. I mean, you eat 4 or 5 scrambled eggs, and it's the only thing I've eaten in 16, 18 hours, since dinner. We had dinner pretty early last night. And that's another thing. I find it very easy to not cheat anymore. Like, I have cheated, but not with bread, not with candy, not with lemonade, not with a gummy bear. I've cheated with like still keto approved foods. Like a very common cheat, and I brought it up in another video, would be just like a handful of walnuts. And I'm talking about, one little palm full, like maybe even 6 of them or 10 of them, maybe 20 on a binge. That's still keeping you in a high fat state with very low carb. Same thing with some cheese. Like, I don't try to pile cheese on all my food. Like my scrambled eggs this morning, maybe in the past I would have sprinkled some shredded cheese and, tried to spice it up even more. And it's like, I just don't need it. But as a cheat, I have eaten some cheese. But like I said, it's still carnivore. I mean, you can eat cheese on carnivore. You can eat heavy cream and butter and ghee and things like this that are animal based products. And but where I'm at right now is like 1 pound. How much weight do you need to lose? You need to lose 1 pound. It's kind of like financial philosophy. If you don't respect a dollar, you're never going to have 100 of them or 1,000 of them or 1,000,000 of them. You have to respect, take it all the way down to the penny, which I could take it all the way down to the ounce. Like, what do I need to do to lose the next ounce that can add up to the next pound? And it's like, don't pig out, because you don't need to. You feel great. Eating half a steak. Oh, that's another thing with my ribeye steaks over the last 2 weeks. I haven't eaten a whole ribeye. I have not been eating the whole 12-ounce steak. I've been cutting it in half and air frying it. And even that, I'm feeling just totally satisfied, on the edge of too full. And as the time, this is the first diet I've ever been on where I feel more disciplined on day 42 than I do on day 1. I feel more motivated, which motivation don't get you far anyway. But I feel more motivated on day 42 than I did on day 1. For that first month, I wasn't going to the gym, and now I am. For the first month, I was having a handful of nuts, a lot more. I was eating a whole 12-ounce ribeye. And the one day I even ate a 12-ounce ribeye and a 6-ounce chicken breast. Day 42, I don't even want it. I don't even want it as a, well, I wish I could have that, but I'm on a diet. It's like, I don't want it. I want to feel full and complete and still have, I don't want that food crash. And you can get a little bit of a blood sugar spike on, too much protein, but that's why I'm talking about ribeye steaks and none other, because ribeyes are like 80% fat. That's why they taste so delicious. That marbling is where that ketosis is going to kick in, because you're just eating, and eggs are very close. And but percentages might not mean a whole lot though. Like if I'm telling try to get 80 or 90% of your diet as fat, and then just that moderate amount of protein. And then you tell me, well, I've been losing tons of weight and I'm on like 70% protein and 30% fat. I wouldn't believe you if you're told me you're eating 4,000 calories a day. But if you limit it, it's not the percentage that matters. It's just that you're not overeating too many total grams of protein for your body weight, and you will lose weight. And if you need to gain weight, I would say go on the carnivore diet. Like if you're a skinny little anemic woman coming off of a vegetarian diet and you want to do something to add some muscle mass and muscle tone and health to your body and your life, try carnivore. If you're that skinnier, and don't think I'm teasing you, because I was the skinny little tiniest boy in school all the way till middle school, high school. And you want to lose, you want to gain, 10, 15 pounds of muscle, 20 pounds of muscle. The carnivore will get you there, man. Meat is full of creatine. Bodybuilders take creatine to gain muscle mass. I think of the carnivore diet as not such a, well, it's made for you to lose weight. It's just what your body was meant to eat. And it's gonna put you at your weight set point that God created you to weigh, and because this is what he created you to eat. So if you're way underweight, from eating junky food and just not, you say, well, how could you be underweight from eating junk food? Well, people undereat junk food even, like they want to stay thin, but they are not eating healthy. And then they just end up thin and not healthy. Like when somebody gets diabetes that weighs 110 pounds, that's a very unhealthy body. At least you can say if you're 315 pounds like I was and you get type 2 diabetes and you got an A1C of 11.2, at least it was because I was fat and I could lose the weight and get rid of it easily, so get on the carnivore, give it a try. I set out to give it that 90-day try, and I'm very, very committed to that. Like, I think it's just going to be the proof positive for me and my YouTube community that will hopefully get some benefit from the videos and the idea of what's happening, and see what kind of weight loss. Like I'm 2 days in, so 3 days from now I'm halfway there to 90 days, and I'm only 15 pounds, 16 pounds down. I would have guessed more. But then, like I said, I wasn't working out for those first few weeks, first month. I was eating all I want. I was snacking more, beef sticks. Yeah, I forgot about that. Like beef sticks and handfuls of walnuts or almonds or whatever we had laying around. And that's just dwindling away to where I don't want to cheat. Like we ate so early last night. My wife was like, "You won't eat for the rest of the night?" I'm like, "Nah, I'll just have a beef stick later if I get hungry." And then I just forgot about it because I don't even want to. I want to lose weight. I want to be healthy. I want to feel great. I want my blood sugar to be low. I want my A1C to be in a healthy range. I want to live a long time. I want to have more kids, I want to enjoy retirement. I know so many people that, in my life, 52 years old. So I've been at jobs where, men retired. I've had a full-time job for however many, 35 years or whatever, so I've seen a lot of people and come and go. And retire extremely unhealthy, or even more maybe, or just as many didn't even make it to retirement. Several men at my work, just even recently, just this year, a guy was working on the machine and just dropped dead. Just smoking all day, drinking coffee all day, eating candy bars all day. He was thin, but he just wasn't healthy, and his heart was in bad shape, and he just literally dropped dead. And it's a sad story. But sometimes you need a sad story as that anchor of motivation that can lead to your discipline to just start rocking steady. Oh, good to see you, Angel Dust Senior. Um, yeah, I'll say hello to the boss lady, and she is the boss too. She's keeping me in line, and she's a big part of this 15, 16 pound weight loss journey that I'm on right now too. So that's about all I got for today, guys. It's just about noon. We're gonna hit the gym here pretty soon and get a nice hard workout at Planet Fitness, and just rock steady on the carnivore diet. I'll try to make some more update videos. Like I didn't really say anything about my total day's food, but I want to make some more videos like that. I'll take some pictures and videos of eating and cooking and what I'm going, because it's so easy and it's so filling, so satisfying. Don't really have any desire to overeat anymore. Don't have any desire to, binge on junk food, and it's just getting better and better as the time has went by. So we're almost halfway to the 90 days. We're over 15 pounds down. Man, if I only lose 30 pounds in 90 days, I mean that is still a quite successful diet, especially if I don't stop and give it all away till spring, give it all away till the rest of my life, like get a healthy weight. And then if you want to start eating a half a cup of rice a day or some, a head of broccoli, like see what you can eat and not gain weight. Because obviously, I mean, my wife eats way more diverse foods than I do, and she is even skinnier now than she was 2 months ago. So it can be done, but you just got to get these toxins out of your body. I mean, this is a big tank full of poison, and I just want to get it out of my body and be all soon. So God bless you guys. Jesus loves you. I love you. And I'll catch you in the next carnivore stream.